Imagine this, 95% of the most streamed songs on Spotify from the last 30 years belong to only 3 genres. Surprised? Let's dive in. Welcome to a musical journey through time, a voyage across the shifting sands of the past 3 decades. As we traverse this soundscape, we'll uncover the 3 genres that have dominated our playlists and shaped our sonic experiences. From the raw energy of hip-hop to the catchy tunes of pop and the smooth rhythms of R&B, these genres have left an indelible mark on the fabric of our culture. How do we know this? The evidence is all around us, in the data collected from Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. These platforms have become the modern-day jukeboxes of our lives, cataloging our musical preferences and serving as barometers for what's hot and what's not. Through these digital platforms, we've discovered that an astounding 95% of the most streamed songs over the last 30 years belong to pop, hip-hop, and R&B. Yes, you heard it right, 95%, a testament to their undeniable appeal and enduring popularity. But what has led to this dominance? Is it the infectious beats, the relatable lyrics, or the charismatic stars that front these genres? Or perhaps it's the way they reflect our changing society and evolving tastes. As we journey through time, we'll explore these questions and more, diving deep into the cultural currents that have shaped our musical landscape. From the vibrant 1990s, where pop and hip-hop began their ascent, to the 2000s, where R&B reigned supreme, and onto the 2010s, where electronic dance music captured the global stage, we'll chart the rise and reign of these powerhouse genres. And as we gaze into the future, we'll speculate on what the 2030s might hold. Will pop, hip-hop, and R&B continue to rule, or will new genres rise to challenge their dominance? Only time will tell. So, buckle up and get ready for a thrilling ride through the annals of music history. Let's uncover the stories behind the songs that have defined our lives. Join us as we explore the societal and cultural factors that have shaped our musical landscape. Flashback to the 90s, a time when pop and hip-hop began their ascent to the musical throne. This was an era of flannel shirts, cargo pants, and the birth of the internet, yet music remained at the heart of cultural evolution. Pop music, a genre known for its catchy hooks and broad appeal, began to dominate the airwaves. Icons like Britney Spears, Backstreet Boys, and NSYNC emerged, their songs becoming staples on many a mixtape. According to Spotify streams and Billboard Top 100 charts, these artists and their pop anthems reigned supreme, proving that the 90s was truly a golden age for pop music. But pop wasn't the only genre making waves. A new, vibrant sound was emerging from the urban streets and making its way into the mainstream: hip-hop. Artists like Tupac Shakur, the Notorious Big, and Dr. Dre were not just rappers but poets, their lyrics telling raw, unfiltered stories of life in the inner city. Their influence was far-reaching, with hip-hop tracks regularly appearing on the Billboard Top 100 and amassing millions of streams on Spotify. So why did pop and hip-hop rise to prominence in the 90s? Well, it wasn't just about the music, it was about the way the music was shared and consumed. MTV and the advent of music videos played a significant role, offering a visual element that allowed artists to further express their creativity and connect with fans. Furthermore, these genres resonated with the youth, reflecting their experiences, aspirations, and spirit of rebellion. Moreover, the 90s was a time of societal and cultural shifts. The end of the Cold War, the rise of the internet, and increasing globalization influenced the music scene, making it more diverse and inclusive. Pop and hip-hop, with their catchy beats and compelling narratives, perfectly captured the zeitgeist of the era. As we moved into the new millennium, these genres continued to dominate, but a new player was on the horizon. Enter the 2000s, where R&B took center stage. The allure of rhythm and blues, with its soulful melodies and profound lyrics, resonated with millions across the globe. This decade was characterized by a seismic shift in the music industry, as digital platforms like Apple Music began to dominate and the allure of reality TV singing competitions began to shape our musical tastes. Data from Apple Music and the Billboard Top 100 reveal that R&B was not just a passing trend but a musical movement. Tracks from artists like Usher, Beyoncé, and Alicia Keys frequently topped the charts, attesting to the genre's widespread appeal. These artists brought a refreshing mix of soul, hip-hop, and pop influences to R&B, striking a chord with a diverse audience and redefining the genre in the process. The 2000s was a time of change and upheaval in the world at large, and this was reflected in the music we listened to. The events of the decade, from the dot-com bubble to the global recession, from the war on terror to the rise of social media, all left their mark on the collective consciousness. And R&B, with its emotive power and raw honesty, provided the perfect soundtrack for these turbulent times. Reality TV singing competitions, such as American Idol and The Voice, also played a significant role in popularizing R&B. These shows often featured aspiring singers belting out heartfelt renditions of R&B classics, captivating audiences and catapulting the genre into the mainstream. Digital music platforms too were instrumental in the rise of R&B. The advent of digital music made it easier for artists to reach a global audience, and for listeners to discover new music. This democratization of music consumption helped R&B artists gain exposure and amass a following, further solidifying the genre's place in the musical landscape. But as we moved into the next decade, a surprising genre would take the spotlight. Fast forward to the 2010s, where electronic dance music, or EDM, ruled the airwaves. This decade was marked by a pulsating rhythm and an electrifying beat. It was the era where melodies were synthesized, and the dance floor became an escape from reality. EDM was not just a genre, it was a cultural movement. This music phenomenon didn't just happen overnight. The seeds were sown in the late 2000s, but it was the 2010s when EDM truly blossomed and took over the mainstream. It was a decade where DJs emerged from the shadows of recording studios to become the new rock stars. The Billboard Top 100 from this era is a testament to this shift. The charts were dominated by EDM anthems, from the infectious hooks of Swedish House Mafia's Don't You Worry Child, to the euphoric drops of Martin Garrix's Animals. These tracks didn't just carve a niche, they created a revolution. YouTube, being the global platform for music discovery, mirrored this trend. The view counts ran into billions for the EDM tracks, highlighting their universal appeal. The Language of Love by Axwell and Ingrosso, The Lean On by Major Lazer, and Closer by Chainsmokers were not just songs, they were anthems of a generation that found solace in the synthesized beats. But what made EDM so irresistible? The answer lies in the societal and cultural shifts of the time. The rise of music festivals like Tomorrowland and Ultra Music Festival played a significant role. These events were not just about music, they were about experiences. The dazzling lights, the hypnotic beats, and the sense of community created an immersive world where the ordinary felt extraordinary. Another factor was the popularity of DJ-led performances. DJs were no longer confined to clubs, they were now headlining concerts and festivals, commanding audiences of thousands. They were the new age maestros, orchestrating a symphony of synthesized sounds that resonated with the youth. As we look to the future, what genre will dominate the next decade? Now let's gaze into the crystal ball and make some predictions for the 2030s. As we look towards the horizon of the 2030s, we see a few emerging trends that could potentially shape the next decade of music. First off, let's delve into the realm of artificial intelligence. AI is becoming increasingly sophisticated, and we're already seeing its influence in music production. We predict that AI will continue to evolve, potentially ushering in a new era of AI-composed music, where algorithms create tunes that are indistinguishable from those created by human artists. But let's not forget about the human element. There's a growing desire for authenticity and raw emotion in music, a reaction perhaps to the increasingly digitized world we live in. This could lead to a resurgence of acoustic and folk genres, with artists stripping back the production to focus on the purity of their voices and instruments. On the other hand, the climate crisis is becoming more and more urgent, and this could significantly influence the music of the 2030s. We may see a rise in eco-conscious music, with lyrics focusing on environmental issues and artists using their platforms to advocate for change. Moreover, the global nature of the internet is creating a melting pot of musical styles. This could lead to the emergence of new hybrid genres, combining elements of music from different cultures. Just imagine a fusion of K-pop and reggae, or country music blended with Afrobeat. Finally, with the rise of virtual reality and augmented reality technologies, the way we experience music could dramatically change. We might not only listen to music but also visually immerse ourselves in it, adding a whole new sensory dimension to our favorite tunes. Only time will tell what the future of music holds, but one thing is certain: it will continue to surprise, delight, and move us in ways we can't yet imagine.